I play basketball every weekend, and I'm sinking a few, swish, 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 nothing but net. And, it's really just a good friendly game, reason for everybody to get together.
The inbounds pass comes into Jordan. Here's Michael at the foul line. A shot on Elo. Good! The Bulls win! They win!
Iguodala to Curry. Back to Iguodala. Up for the layup. Oh, blocked by James. LeBron James with the... Oh, my goodness. They do have a timeout. Decide not to use it. Curry, way downtown. Bang! Bang!
All right, man. Let's do this. First episode of JV. Not much, bro. Ready to talk basketball? That's what's up.
Yeah, man, been some good games. First round of the playoffs over. Almost over.
Yeah. I will say the first round was like better than clearly I expected because I thought there was gonna be sweeps across the board. But hey, is what it is. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. Man, let's recap that first round then, because we had some predictions about who was gonna win the series and how many games it was gonna take, and I was off on like every single one. Let's go through the East first round.
First game, well, we got Philly and Washington. They're finished.
That was a sweep. That's what I said. I said it was going to be a sweep for sure. But I know that Washington pulled out one win.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's pretty good round, man. I mean, I didn't expect Washington to win at all.
No, it wouldn't.
Nah, they weren't going to win. They had a little bit of a chance, I think, when Embiid went out, but they're not that consistent, man.
A little bit of a chance to do what?
Play. To beat Philly.
And
Embiid is their top scorer.
When they had a little bit of a chance to beat Philly without Embiid and win 4 games. Like what's a little bit? Like what percentage would you put on like their chances without Embiid to have won that series?
I mean, low.
2%. They went from 0% to 2% chance of beating the 76ers.
Nah, more than 2%, man. I mean,
more than 2.
Yeah. It's not. I mean, first of all, Philly's been on. Washington's been on the road since like the end of the season. You know what I'm saying? They've been balling. Yeah. They're just not consistent. Like I said, I don't think they're going to win. But with Embiid out, that's the number one scorer. You know what I'm saying? Next they have Tobias Harris.
Yeah.
And that's really probably the only other consistent scorer they could, count on. Everybody else, they just have to hope balls out. You know what I'm saying? As far as points. Their defense is still good. I mean, I don't think they were lacking on defense still. I mean, obviously Embiid is a good defender too, but I mean, they were still straight, man. They're still a tall team. You know, they're definitely bigger than Washington. So, yeah, man. We'll see what Washington does, man. You know, I don't know if Bill's gonna stay there or what they're gonna do with Russ.
Yeah,
they're a pretty straight team though.
Maybe I'm just sleeping on Washington. Maybe they are better than. I mean, they caught fire like you said at the end of the season and had a good little stretch to get into the playoffs. But I thought they had no shot. I thought they were getting swept easy. I thought they were gonna be a blowout every game. I think a lot of them, the ones that they won, weren't even close, but they managed to pull out one win. Even without Embiid, I think the Sixers play better defense. And maybe the team showed up. Maybe the team showed up as a whole and shot better. But Steph Curry, I mean, that last game balled. I think the game 1 or something like that. He scored. Yeah, and Tobias Harris obviously shot out of his mind. I think a little abnormal to what maybe he normally does. But we'll see how Embiid, if he gets better, because I mean that'll affect their championship hopes for sure. As far as Washington, man, I couldn't even tell you where they need to go. They need every. When Bradley Beal's raw, I'm not a Westbrook fan. I think you know that. I don't think he can be. I don't even think he could be the second player best player on the championship team at this point. So they just got to get another superstar on their team.
Yeah, I mean, I think they need a couple changes, but anyways, I guess we can move on to the Knicks in Atlanta. Thought that was going to be a better series than it was.
I think same thing. Yeah, I think that was. I don't. What do you think your prediction was, if you remember?
I think I had the Knicks winning. I don't think I predicted in how many games, but I did think the Knicks were going to win.
I think you said Knicks in 6 because we were talking about can they win a game in Atlanta to take the series. And I think I said Knicks in 7. So I think we both got it wrong. It was just a matter of when they were going to win that last game. I was like, I don't think they can go to ATL and win. And they didn't go to ATL and win. So hey, I was right about that. That wasn't that good of a series. Trae Young is nasty though.
Yeah, he is, man. Honestly, throughout the regular season though, I didn't really pay attention to either two teams. I didn't watch them much. I mean, obviously I knew about them and stuff like that. But I thought the Knicks were gonna play some defense, man, and be able to. They had no answer for Trae Young and Julius Randle, man. He didn't play garbage, but he damn sure didn't play like he was an MVP caliber type player. That's for sure.
No.
You know.
And I feel like that's what they were kind of hyping him up to be all year. I mean, he win like most improved player? Maybe he is most.
Yeah, he got most improved.
Maybe he is most improved, but they were talking about him after like in sports shows and news and stuff like that. I just don't think he's that guy.
No, I don't think he's the number one player on the championship team myself.
No,
I don't think he could. I mean, I think he's still fairly young. I don't know how long he's been in the league, but I don't think he could put up those points that he needs to put up. You know what I'm saying? That a contender would. Plus, yeah, man, I honestly don't know why I picked the Knicks to win, man. Like looking at the roster and stuff.
Yeah.
I just don't really see it. Their starting five just wasn't really that good.
Same. It honestly looked like maybe Atlanta, because they're so young and it's a long season, they didn't perform. But Atlanta has more talent, and clearly against the Knicks. Clearly against the Knicks.
And they got better big men.
There was at every position though, like down low, Clint Capella just D'd up everybody.
They got better big men. Men.
Collins, he's a baller. Hunter, ballers.
I like what's his name though, OG Toppin. He must just not. I don't know why he doesn't get more PT.
I don't know why that guy.
He doesn't understand the game that much.
Notorious for picking just.
OG Toppin's nice though, man. OG Toppin looks like he could get you a bucket if you need one. He's just so athletic.
Who's that point guard though?
And he's tall.
We probably both won't get his name, but that guy that went to Sacramento, that point guard is what the Knicks needed because they need somebody to fucking play point guard.
Point guard in Sacramento?
Yeah, I think they drafted him after the Knicks because the Knicks went with Obi instead of where guard's from. But I think
De'Aaron Fox.
He may have an upside that I'm not aware of, but yeah, he didn't really play. He didn't really show. He seems like Julius Randle, honestly, same type of player.
Yeah, I don't know. He never really. He didn't get to play that much. But we'll see what's going on with those two teams.
Yeah,
I think Atlanta will play pretty nice against Philly for the second round.
Especially if Embiid's hurt, I think it'll be a good series. We'll make those predictions at the end. What's the next series from the first round in the East?
Milwaukee and Miami. Milwaukee swept them.
Another sweet prediction that I got wrong. No. I'm wrong. I thought this was going 7, and this was a sweep. Yeah. I thought this was going 7 easy.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know as far as numbers, but I definitely had the Milwaukee to win. They're just a good team this year, man. I mean, they've been a good team every year, but they're just more solid. They have better defenders, PJ Tucker and Drew.
But a sweep. That's like, these teams aren't even close.
Yeah, I mean,
there's that much of a gap between. Did you feel it? I mean,
no, I don't. I just think it was those 4 games. Miami just wasn't on. They
Yeah,
just
they were
trash
awful.
those
They,
4
they
games.
shot
You know what I'm saying?
terrible.
It's not. Listen, man. Miami. I don't know. I don't know how they made it to the championship last year, but they did. You know what I'm saying? They were good. Don't get me wrong. I like Miami for sure,
Yeah,
but they still need somebody on the championship team. They don't have like a pure scorer on their team. You know what I'm saying? They got good defense. They don't have
Yeah.
a pure scorer.
yeah.
I like Tyler Hero. He's just not there yet because he looks like he could be, but who knows if he'll ever reach that, that level. But they don't have no score. You know what I'm saying? So Milwaukee's going to put up points. However they put it up, whether it's in the paint or whether they have a hot night shooting or both, they're going to put up points. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they're a better defensive team, and they're bigger, man. They're big as hell.
It might have just been that.
Miami's not big at all. They have Bam Adebayo. That's it.
Yeah, because they moved Miles Leonard and the other guy that was playing, Kelly Olynyk, hoping they moved last season's team, so they don't have any. Yeah, and maybe it's just that no expectations, come out there and just ball last year in the bubble because Tyler Hero on fire, Duncan Robinson, everybody, man, these rookies and stuff like that just on fire. Bam Adebayo, he looked like he stepped back. I think he's a good player, potential of being like a great player. He just played. Then Jimmy Butler gets me, man. I want to like the guy. I like his attitude, but he never takes over the game scoring, and he's supposed to be the scorer on the team. That's his job, is to score.
Well, but not really, man. That's never
on
been
this
Jimmy
team.
Butler.
I know that's not what his job
on this team.
be.
Yeah,
I think on this
team, but
has to be his job.
Yeah, on this team. Well, that is his job on this team. But guess what? If he's not the person for that job and stuff like that, you're going to expect so much. He's not going to go out there and give you 40 points consistently, or what? You know what I'm saying?
Not 40, 25.
Last time he did it, yeah, man. But yeah, for sure. But to expect him to do it consistently, I mean, he can have his days. He's not like the best shooter or anything like that. I've never seen him as the best shooter. I think he's definitely a better scorer than he is a better shooter. But
that's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm saying, he's going up against Milwaukee, like I just said before. They're big as hell, and they're like one of the best defensive teams. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
Jimmy Butler. They need somebody else.
Like he was trying to.
No, I mean he could have been tired. I don't know, man.
Yeah, he looked like he's playing.
I don't know, man.
Passive.
He could have been tired. I don't know what it was, but you know what I'm saying. On that team, like me looking at Jimmy Butler, like he has to do a whole lot. Nobody else is doing shit. Nobody else is doing anything. You know what I'm saying? Nobody else is doing anything.
Yeah, we'll talk about the Lakers in a second too, because I felt the same way between him and LeBron. Just too passive when you need to score. And you just played Milwaukee last year. I know Milwaukee, the only addition they put on their team was that point guard, which Drew is a good defender. So if Drew is guarding Jimmy, obviously that's much more of a challenge than whoever was guarding him last year. But I didn't expect a sweep. So that was the one that I didn't guess that happened. So hey, might be Milwaukee's year. Guess we'll see. What's the next? One more, right?
Brooklyn and Boston. Brooklyn and Boston.
Now this one I was a little bit more hesitant on. I know I guessed the sweep. I think you might have too, because we were just sleeping on Boston and just how they have we're confused about how the talent on the team is so good, but they don't perform up to what we expect. And yeah, man, what they get? They won one game. Jason Tatum went off for that one game, and
yeah, they won a game. Yeah. I don't know for any game I don't know if I expect any sweeps. Honestly, I don't remember. But I definitely thought Brooklyn was gonna win though. I mean, Boston didn't have nobody, man. They just had Jason Tatum. They didn't have
Jaylen Brown.
Yeah, Jaylen Brown was hurt. Yeah. Their big man Williams was hurt. He had a little turf toe, so he couldn't play like he needed to play.
Yeah.
And that was it, man. They don't have no size. Kemba Walker is, you know what I'm saying? He's a good player. Kemba Walker, I would have Kemba Walker as a six man. That's how I would have him. Yeah,
he's off the bench player. Yeah, I agree.
You know what I'm saying?
What do you feel about?
He has injury troubles, but he's just not. I don't know. And then again, I haven't watched every single game they played, but just like in big games, man, he just doesn't seem consistent enough.
Admittedly, because I didn't watch Charlotte. I didn't watch the Charlotte Hornets play basketball. Admittedly, I was a victim of highlights, and I thought he was a more consistent and better scorer. That maybe his injury is the reason why he's not, but he's just at his height I feel like you got to be a more consistent 3-point shooter. Like I thought he can get that 3 off, no problem.
Yeah, you have to.
And I think since I've seen him in Boston, he's just not been a consistent 3-point shooter, scorer in general. And if you can't do that, yeah, I mean, you gotta come off the bench, and you need like a point guard to run the offense for Jason and Jaylen Brown in that case. And I don't feel like he's like a high level like facilitator, see the court and stuff like that.
Nah,
that's his game either.
I don't think so. I mean, obviously, he could handle his business. You know what I'm saying? Run the court, but I don't think he's anything special as far as that. Nah, I don't know, man. I don't know, man. Boston is yeah. I don't know what's up with Boston. They're in New Orleans, man. I don't quite understand their season.
Yeah, and luckily they're so young. Like they'll get it together. And Boston's gonna win a chip, I think, with those two together. Or
they can. They got it. They need more size. Like I mean,
I like that.
Tatum and Jalen. Tatum and Jalen. No, I like Williams too, but
he's a guy.
They're you know what I'm saying. They have they have Kemba Walker, Peyton Pritchard. All the guards are small, man.
Yeah.
They're all small. Like I don't know who you think you're going up against. You know what I'm saying?
How big the guard need to be? Because like Rajon Rondo would be a good fit on that Boston team.
They'll be a good fit. I mean, I think they're all good, but you can't have 3 and 4 of them on your team.
Because they can't really D up point guard on the other team. Yeah,
exactly my point. You can't do that. Like one is good. You know what I'm saying? Because it makes it tough for like another team, especially for like a taller defender. But you know, you can only do so much.
Yeah.
If the other guard, you know what I'm saying? Like Philadelphia, Steph Curry's like the shortest person on their team. You know what I'm saying? And he's like what, maybe 6'2", 6'3", maybe.
And maybe.
You know what I'm saying? He's around that height. Everybody else is 6'5" plus. You know, 6'6" plus, at least on their starting squad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's hard. I think that's one of the same issues with Portland. You know what I'm saying? That's why they're so bad defensively. Yeah, man. And I guess we can move to the Western Conference now.
Well, but, before we jump to the West, let's talk about what Boston did, firing or the GM stepped down, moved Brad Stevens to the exec position, and now they're looking for a new head coach. Like,
yeah,
what does Boston need to do now? Like, what moves they got to make?
Man, I don't know, man. I haven't thought too much on that, but I've heard some interesting
stuff. Sounds like point guard's a position that, from what you were saying a second ago, sounds like point guard's a position they got to address.
Well, I mean, I guess, yeah, my opinion, yeah, man, they need to address the point guard position. I mean, obviously, if you keep Kemba Walker, keep him, but you just need more height, man. You need more defense. Like, yeah. I don't really see any good defense, man. You know, not from that side of the court, man. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you're getting deep into the playoffs. I mean, okay, Brooklyn, they got Kyrie, but obviously he stands out. You know what I'm saying? He's small, but that's Kyrie Irving.
When you're that level of scorer, that's a difference, though. Like Kemba
Walker is not Kyrie Irving.
Yeah, and he's supposed to be, and he's not.
Could be exactly. They kind of consider him on that level, but I mean, I don't think nobody really does. But as far as like a small guard that could score, you know, that could go out there and get you 25 to 30 points. That's not Kemba, not consistently anymore. I don't think. Miami, they don't have the biggest guards, but I mean, Dragic, Goran, I think he's like 6'3".
He's a point guard though. He runs.
That's what I'm saying, but I'm saying even him, I think he's like 6'3". Kemba is what, might be 6 foot.
Yeah, he might be.
Peyton Pritchard might be 6 foot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Milwaukee, they're like 6'3" and up at guard play.
Yeah. You just got to be
Atlanta
a freak kind of athlete. Like Russ is probably like 6'1", maybe. Russ would be good on this Boston team. I think Russ would be a good fit on this Boston team.
Russ who?
Westbrook.
Nah, man, Westbrook's like 6'3", bro.
Maybe he is, but
yeah, Westbrook, he's like 6'3", man. That's a big dude.
Yeah, maybe he's like 6'2", and Kemba is like even shorter. And Dame Lillard, I think, around the same, like 6'1", 6'2". I mean,
Kemba's like 6'2".
Maybe those couple inches make a big difference. But
Westbrook is bigger than both of them for sure.
Point is, whatever those 2 to 3 inches, maybe they make a big difference or not. It's just the quality of defender you are. Like Russ is still an undersized guard, I think, in general, but plays good defense. Dame is such an elite scorer that his defense isn't such. Even Steph Curry, right, 6'3", okay, like that's taller, but like he's such a bad defender, but his offense is so elite that I think it makes up for the fact that his defense isn't great. So they got to figure out. I think they got to figure out that point guard. They probably got to trade Kemba. He just makes too much money, I think.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
But if he can come off the bench, that'd be great too. But yeah, and then they probably got to add some more bigs around Williams, especially if he's going to be.
Yeah, they got Russ at 6'3", 200, and then let's see, Kemba. Yeah, man, Russ is a big dude, man. 6'3", 200 plus Russ is just.
Even I hear like Dwayne Wade on, sometimes they add a few inches to those basketball stats. So, but either way, I know Kemba to be shorter for sure. You're right about that.
I mean, seeing him in person though, like Russ is, you know what I'm saying? Russ is a solid dude. Like he's bigger than Bradley Beal. Would you think he's bigger than Bradley Beal?
You mean taller or like built?
Both.
No, I don't think he's taller than Bradley Beal. I think Bradley Beal's probably like 6'4", 6'5", or something like that. But
no.
We digress.
He's 6'3" too.
We digress. I think Boston needs to make some changes. I think Brad Stevens probably needed to go too. I don't think he was getting it done. Too good of teams to be going out in the first round. So, let's move to the West, man. Let's see what cooked out there in the first round. I think we still got Clippers playing, but
yeah, Clippers and Dallas, man. It's gonna be a good game tonight. It's gonna be a good game tonight. Game 7.
Yeah.
But might as well start with them since they're still in the first round.
So I had Clippers as my sleeper. I don't know if you made a sleeper pick, but I had Clippers as my sleeper to win the championship this year. They look rough, man. Like, man, I don't understand how. I guess Paul George is probably mostly a disappointment, but I used to be a big Paul George fan. But I'm gonna take the Clippers tonight. I'm gonna take the Clippers tonight, but I'm not mad if Dallas wins at all.
Yeah.
Because Clippers they get to play at home. Yeah.
Just going off of what I've been seeing just from this series, I think I've watched 2 games, like 2 full games of their series. I mean, one, all the road teams are winning, and then so when they play in LA, I don't know if LA. I mean, hopefully because it's Game 7, LA will be kind of amped up. But when they're playing at home, they're not as amped up because it's not a lot of fans in there, and so. Like even people on, like I've been watching other shows, been talking about Dallas. You know, they just feel more comfortable playing there. Just less expectations. You know what I'm saying? They're already away, but yeah, it's not a big crowd. I would like to think LA will tighten up tonight and win. So I think that's who I'm gonna go with. But they could beat Dallas, man. First of all, they just have to D up. Their defense has been trash, but
yeah, they play good defense.
Their rotation, you get what I'm saying? Their rotate. I don't think they figured out a rotation yet because they've been switching it. Because even Dallas has switched. You know, Dallas has been going tall as hell. I think their last 2 games with Boban at center.
Smart too.
And then yeah, man. Because I mean, Boban will give you good minutes, man. He can give you good minutes and different looks, man. Bro, he's big as hell.
Yeah, no, I like to play. I like putting him.
So I didn't understand why they didn't play Zubac against Boban, but
yeah,
I guess it worked out. You know what I'm saying? They got the other W the other night, so we'll see.
Yeah, Paul George got to drop 30 points, man. Like fourth quarter, he had like 19 or something like that. I don't understand what happened to the guy. But I mean, the dude was the number 1 player on the Pacers when they would go to the Eastern Conference Finals like back-to-back years against the Heat, man. Bucket getter. I don't know what happened to him, but he got to stop 30. Kawhi obviously has to drop 30. D up on Luka. But I'm not mad if Dallas wins. And I don't know what the Clippers do if they lose in the first round. They gotta blow the whole team up. Kawhi probably walk away from the team. Be done with that.
Well,
I'm gonna go to win.
Well, they need some more scorers, man. I mean, all they have is Kawhi and Paul George, and so obviously you have to rely on those 2. But outside of them, Reggie Jackson is not. I think Reggie Jackson is a good backup point guard. You know what I'm saying? You need another scorer, like how most teams, because they got rid of Lou Williams. That was their guy. You know what I'm saying? That was their 6th man. You need someone to come off the bench that can put some points on the board. Yes. They don't have that.
But
that's what I'm saying. They need
your main 2 scorers have to always score though. Like you can't be a scorer and not score. That's a problem.
I mean, that's obvious.
But I'm saying that's what. Yeah, that's the first thing. I get what you're saying. Maybe you're implying that the first two scores are automatically, but Paul George isn't scoring. Like he's not doing it, and that's the problem.
Man,
to get the go to go is like you should be averaging 20, 24 easy, and be shooting good. And he's a 3-point shooter too. Like he should be capping threes. Just Paul George ain't scoring, not D'ing up like he's supposed to. They're supposed to both be two-way players, offense, defense. Yeah, maybe Rondo's obviously a downgrade.
Paul George is averaging 23 points right now, 9 rebounds, 9.5 rebounds, and 5 assists.
What's his percentage?
Field goal percentage 48%. So it's straight. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty solid, but he could do more.
23 is not enough, though. 23 is just not enough scoring.
No, it's not enough. I mean, it needs to be 25 plus because Kawhi's averaging 32.
Yeah.
But after that, the next is Reggie Jackson. He's averaging 15.5, and then after that,
it's not bad.
Marcus Morris is averaging 9.5. So that's 3 double-digit scores. So that's what I'm saying. You need to have more than 3 double-digit scores. You know what I'm saying? Especially right now, unless obviously you're big. If Kawhi and Paul George are both averaging over 30 points, for sure. You know what I'm saying? That'll be there.
What is Kawhi averaging? Kawhi's averaging over 30.
Yeah, that's what I said. 32.8.
I think that's enough scoring, man. I think Paul has to get his up a little bit higher. Yeah, maybe one more score over 10, but
yeah, you do. But obviously you have the 2 players, but also you have to think about the balance of the game too. I mean, they're already playing. Kawhi shooting 60%. You can't really ask any more of him. I mean, he's averaging 60%.
That's
you know
crazy.
What I'm saying?
Yeah.
32 points on 60% field goal. 3-point is at 43.
That's good.
Paul George.
What's he shooting from 3?
Now, where you can't get Paul George is 3-point.
Yeah.
31%.
That's terrible.
His 3-point should be up for sure. Yeah. So that right there will give you a few more points. But they're both averaging 40 minutes. So they're both putting in the time.
The whole game.
You know what I'm saying? So those 8 minutes that they're out, you know what I'm saying? Where is that? You know, where's that scoring coming from? And
Reggie's starting too. So
to rely yeah, exactly, and to expect that to come from Reggie Jackson,
yeah,
nah.
Especially
you know what I'm saying?
Not when they're on the court.
So they gave up a lot, man, when they got rid of and Marcus Morris too, man. He could score too, man. He's not. He should be scoring more, but.
Yeah, but that's Ty Lue. That's Ty Lue done too because.
But I mean, Marcus Morris,
Rondo's not
shooting
starting, and Jackson should be coming off the
good.
bench, so he's playing that second rotation. So that when they come off, he should only be looking to score for the most part. But because you got Reggie Jackson starting, he's not looking to score when he's on the floor with Paul George and Kawhi, and so he's not.
No, yeah, I mean, but then too to that, I mean, it's hard to expect him to because I mean they're both playing 40 minutes, so they're always on the court. One of them is always on the court. You get what I'm saying? So.
No, right.
But nah,
for those 8 minutes that they're not, I mean.
Yeah, man. They just got to figure something out because Luka is balling.
Yeah, this kid is. Atlanta got to be crazy. I mean, honestly, it'll be interesting to see years from now, like how that trade is actually looked at. But that's a crazy thing. Like I remember that draft day when they traded Luka for Trey. I was just like, man, Atlanta messed up. Like Luka's like way better than Trey, but Trey is nasty. I mean, I don't know how much better each of them gets.
I mean,
but Luka's like, I mean, he's 6'6" or whatever. I mean, he's tall, so I mean, that I guess that's a benefit. But
I mean that, and his usage rate is more so. Yeah, man. I mean, that's a whole nother conversation. I haven't really looked into it, but I mean, shit, man. They're both. I don't see how you're losing with either one of them.
I don't either. I mean,
they both got their teams to the playoffs. I mean, the West maybe is a little bit tougher, you know, than the East to get into the playoffs. But
maybe, yeah.
You know, Dallas was number 5, Atlanta was number 5. So
actually, we got to talk about that too, because I don't know, man. I feel like at least the top 3 teams in the East. I said that last week or last time we talked. I think the champions coming out of the East, and I think the top 2 teams in the East are better than any West team. I guess Lakers healthy, maybe Lakers are up there, but since they weren't, yeah. So who you got tonight again?
So what?
Who you got tonight?
Oh, I'm gonna go with Clippers. I'm gonna go with Clippers at home for Game 7.
All right. we'll have to come up with the bet for this game. For later on, think of something as we keep going. What's the next series in the West?
You had Utah and Memphis. Utah beat Memphis out 4-1.
Yeah, I think that's to be expected. I think Memphis got a ways to go. I'm not. I don't know why I'm not sold on Utah either. Probably because I never watched any of their games because it's Utah. But maybe Utah's
they're
Utah's
tough.
going to the.
They're tough.
Maybe they're going to the. They're probably
tough.
going to the finals. Especially now that the Lakers are out.
Man.
They're probably going to the finals.
I mean, this next series is going to be other than Brooklyn and Milwaukee. I think this is going to be the next best series of the playoffs, other than the finals. Utah and Phoenix, because I mean,
They can't be right.
Utah and Denver. Denver's playing Phoenix. My bad.
Okay.
But if Utah and Phoenix, if they both make it to the Western Conference Finals, I think that'll be the best game coming out the West.
But you feel like that series?
Matchup.
You feel like that series, Jazz Memphis went how you thought it was going to go?
Yeah.
Gentlemen,
I didn't think Memphis was gonna do too much.
had a shot at all. Yeah.
Nah, man, they don't have anybody that can put a point. They can't put a point
And I think
that well.
And I'm a Donovan Mitchell fan.
Consistently.
Dwayne Wade. I'm a huge Dwayne Wade fan. Always been. When he came back from his injury, I mean, he immediately stepped on the court and just started scoring. Like, no one could touch him. Like, he's that good.
Who's that?
Donovan Mitchell.
Oh, yeah, bro.
Yeah,
Donovan Mitchell's
I
nasty.
think he was hurt a little
He's
bit in the
nasty.
beginning. Yeah, he came back and he just started balling. He just put that series away.
Yeah,
so,
man.
Yeah,
The way he carries himself, like you could just tell you could tell he's ready to be like, a top player in the league. You could just tell, man.
Yeah.
And just physically, man. He's a beast, man.
He's a pretty good, yeah.
There's not too many more people that's more athletic than him. You know what I'm saying? And then to go along with the skill and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. He just has some
Utah might be a destination for a superstar. Because they're one superstar away from being like elite out west, unstoppable.
Bro, if Dame went to Utah,
I didn't even think about that. We'll talk about Dame in a little bit. Yeah. Because Donovan Mitchell is a little bit taller than CJ McCollum. A little younger, better defender.
Yeah.
He's just that little extra that CJ doesn't do.
He's bigger too, man.
Yeah.
Donovan's a pretty solid dude. I think Donovan's like 6'5".
Yeah, just a little taller, a little bigger, a little more athletic. Just does a little bit more, Yeah, but I thought like same as you, Utah, easy win. I probably guessed a sweep if I don't remember, but I probably guessed a sweep, and Memphis pulled out one, so good for them. And then two more West series, right? Yeah.
Yeah, you had Denver and Portland. Denver won that 4-2.
So hey, listen, I know Portland didn't have. You should have won. I think that series. I think
Portland should have won
that. I think Portland should have won that series. I can't remember who I had coming out, but Portland was they're a 3 seed, weren't they? Portland was 3rd.
6 seed. Portland was 6. Denver was
and
3rd.
Denver was 4. Oh, okay.
Denver was 3.
Denver was
Portland was 6.
Oh, maybe I'm wrong then. I don't know. I thought Portland should pull that out with Jamal Murray injured, but no. I mean, I could be wrong then. Yeah, because boy that you like,
you clearly ain't been watching them.
JR.
Yeah, man.
No, I mean I know the team.
Michael Porter Jr., man.
The team, but I just thought Jamal Murray was such an important scorer. Michael Porter, yeah, he scored. Man, he did his thing.
Nah, Jamal Murray still is, man. I mean, we'll see, but I mean, Denver's
and Will Barton was hurt too.
Will Barton was
two top scorers are out. Michael Porter stepped up, and Jokic is just
Campazzo, I think Denver just matched up really good for Portland, and they pose problems. Portland's already a small team. Yeah. Denver is a big team. Denver has size. They got Jokic. First of all, Jokic is the MVP. Jokic is nasty as hell.
Yeah, Steph Curry. Okay.
Steph Curry's.
I'm biased, man. But no, Jokic.
No, I feel you. No. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, but for what Jokic has been doing the whole season, you know what I'm saying, hasn't been injured and stuff. And if you just watch this game, bro, he's nasty.
No, he is. Yeah,
he be killing them. But anyways,
yeah.
But Denver, they have Jokic. You know what I'm saying? Aaron Gordon, Michael Porter Jr. is 6'11", and Michael Porter Jr. is cold. He's just young, but
yeah.
he already has the mind that you want good ball players to have, that killer mindset.
Yeah.
But now he just has to get smarter about how he plays. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he'll get there. He just has to get smarter about how he plays, and once he does that and starts to figure things out, it's a wrap.
Yeah, they got a good team.
But they had Campazzo, so he's the backup point guard that started, and he's small as hell. I think his name is Farouk. I think it's Farouk Campazzo.
Yeah.
Bro, he's like 5'11", small as hell on the court. Balling. You know what I'm saying? Hustling. You know what I'm saying? So I think that was good. That was good for them. And then also Monte Morris, I think his name is Monte Morris, I believe. Their backup point guard. He came off the bench. Like, bro, he was averaging like 20 points a game.
Yeah, they got crazy.
Yeah, he was averaging like 20 points a game, I think. Yeah, man.
Yeah. I guess thinking about it a little
so
bit.
They just played good, man.
Denver,
yeah, man.
Play well.
But the main thing is, Portland didn't have anybody that could guard Jokic. That's just what it was.
Yeah, which I don't get, because you have Nurkic, who is tall, Enes Kanter, bro. What do you even? When they say Enes Kanter gets offensive rebounds but doesn't play defense, to me that doesn't make sense. Like, how are you tall but you don't play defense? Like, what does that mean to me?
Well,
get out on the court, man, and I don't care. Get out on the court and block some shots, because you're
well, that's where, you know what I'm saying. now you have to start thinking about athleticism and skill. You know what I'm saying, and just their mindset, bro. Jokic is just as big, if not bigger. But bro, he's sweet on his feet.
Yeah,
they just can't compete with that. You know what I'm saying? The moves he has, they can't keep up with that.
Yeah.
But I think Jokic lost weight too. To me, it looks like he lost weight this season, and it's done him really well. Bro, he averaged 33 points.
Yeah, he's sick.
on 52% field goal.
It's kind of like a Dirk too, you know. Like, his shot is slow, it's high, but he's a sweet shooter. Yeah, thinking about it now.
10 rebounds, 4.5 assists. You know what I'm saying?
Thinking about it now. Yeah, maybe Portland was.
Michael Porter averaged 18. Monte Morris averaged 15. Aaron Gordon averaged 12. And then Austin Rivers, that was a good pickup for him too. He averaged 11, and he beat up Damian the whole series.
He's a good defender.
So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 5 people in double digits. You see what I'm saying? So that shows, you know, teams, you need at least, I think at least 4 people averaging double digits.
Yeah, if you're not going to average in the 20s, especially, or mid.
No, exactly. I mean, Jokic averaged 30, but yeah, you know, so going back to the Clippers, you know, Kawhi averaged 32, Jokic averaged 33, Paul George averaged 23, Michael Porter averaged 18, but then they have 3 more players averaging double digits, whereas the Clippers didn't have one other person.
No, yeah, I think Denver. That's why Clippers were a sleeper, because I probably picked Denver to beat Clippers. Anyways, but yeah, we'll see. I think Denver is going to be a good team for a while. And I guess I'm not surprised that series ended in 6. Or did it go 7?
No, it was
6, right? Yeah, they didn't get to go to 7. Yeah. Dame, man, that one game though. I think you text me, bro. I never seen like that in my life. That guy went off.
But I love watching Dame play.
And they're not even good shots too. Like,
I love watching CJ play too, but Dame was just, man, thought he was just letting things go. But they were just like clean shots too. And
they're not like good shots, or like shots that are supposed to drop. That's how you know, like, you are locked into like your muscle memory and your shot, because he's just releasing the ball. Everything.
And that's what and when I say clean shot, that's what I mean. When I watch his form, he's not like fading away. You know what I'm saying? These aren't. Yeah, they're hard shots. They're hard shots for anybody, but his form is perfect. You know what I'm saying? That's how you know, like, he's a shooter. Same thing with Steph. You know what I'm saying? A lot of his shots, his form. They do it in form. You know, whereas you see other people, you know, they have to lean a little bit, or, you know, do other things. Like, nah, that's like that's his shit.
He just locked it.
That one dribble side step to the right, and then shoot that. That's his shot, man. He's put a lot of people on. Hey,
I mean, two tying shots to go into OT, like. But what I don't like, I'm gonna get on because I'm a big Steph Curry fan. What I don't like is I hear, especially like Max Kellerman, but I hear like Steph doesn't like as clutch. He's probably not as clutch. Maybe he's not. But nobody guards anybody the way they guard Steph. Tell me why you wouldn't have double teamed Dame to end it. Like any other person should have scored those shots. Like, don't tell me, because I don't get to see Steph do it. Don't they triple team Steph on screens and stuff like that. They box and won the guy. But Dame is playing one-on-one with defenders, like, and taking shots. Like, he's hitting them, and it's amazing. And I'm not saying he's not clutch or Steph would be more clutch or not. Dude, double team Dame. Like, there's no reason this guy should be putting up shots over one guy at all. Like, at the end of the game, double team him. Let somebody else score the point. Especially since nobody else was scoring in that game for the most part. I think that's crazy.
Yeah.
Dude caught fire. And well, after recap, we'll talk about what Dame should do. But I think he's gonna stay. But I sure would be cool if he left and teamed up somewhere with somebody, because he'd make some team right there, championship.
Oh yeah, instantly making them better for sure.
Let's talk Lakers.
Nah,
man.
yeah.
I'm a LeBron hater. Let's talk Lakers.
Yeah, man, Lakers of Phoenix, man.
I am happy they lost. I will not. I ain't gonna hold that back. I am happy they lost. I don't need to see LeBron win any more chips right now.
Yeah. Lakers didn't look good to me at all, man. Phoenix though, bro. Devin Booker is that dude, man. I love watching Devin Booker play. Like, he's nasty.
He is that guy.
Nasty.
He is that guy, and I thought I was gonna have to go through another playoffs talking about how Chris Paul is, like, I don't want to say he's trash. He's obviously not trash. That's a harsh word. Man, he just frustrates the hell out of me. Just sometimes, and he just, the way he acts out there is just like he's worried about flopping more than playing, and then he's hurt all the time, man. Like, Jesus. But he came back and he played well. But yeah, Devin Booker just like took over.
Shout out to Cameron Payne though, man. Cameron Payne.
I like him too. Yeah, I never heard of him before that series.
Cameron Payne is a solid dude, man, and I think he was really big for Phoenix in that series. I think he's gonna be big for him going through the rest of the playoffs too, man. Cameron Payne can ball, man. He can put the ball on the floor and score too.
Yeah, and then a couple other dudes on the team. Who's that other guy shooting threes? I can't think of his name right now.
You talk about Crowder or
no,
Bridges.
Yeah,
Mikal Bridges.
Bridges.
Bridges is the
Yeah, he was
hitting. Yeah, man.
He was hitting shots.
He's
Cam
solid
Johnson.
too. Plus he was the one guarding Bron.
Yeah, he's man. Yeah, two-way player. Cam Johnson hitting threes like him, and then DeAndre Ayton. Hey, DeAndre Ayton's nice too. Dude, that he eat up on.
Oh yeah, man.
Anthony Davis balling too.
Yeah, man.
I mean, I think his field goal percentage is probably like ridiculous, like 80, 70, something like that, because you just made every shot.
79%.
Yeah,
79.6% field goal.
Every shot he put up. I don't care how close you are to the basket, bro. If you're that close to the basket, you should be shooting 79, 80%. And dude just makes everything. So, yeah, they put it to him, especially after AD got hurt. They had no shot. But, like, part of you believe that LeBron James, and he might have been hurt, but LeBron James ain't got it like that no more. He ain't got it where he's going to put up, like, 40, 50 points and will a team to a win. I don't think he can do it.
Nah, man. He definitely needs some help. Schroeder, I don't know where he was at.
I never liked him really anyways, but yeah, he definitely didn't show up.
I like Schroeder. He can ball, but
undersized guy too, isn't he though?
Nah, yeah, man. He's a small dude.
He looks small. He's quick, you know.
I mean, NBA level. Nah, yeah, but if he had a better shot, I think he'd be more deadly because he could definitely take it to the hoop. But if he had a little bit better shot, I think he'd be more deadly. Yeah. I mean, he shot 40%, but he shot 30% from three. Damn, the Lakers are trash as hell from three.
I think they talked about every game. They talked about it like 20. They were in the 20% or something like that.
Marc Gasol shot the best from three. He shot 63%.
Yeah, he only shot like 2 and made him.
Yeah,
he made him.
Yeah.
What's the team? Do you have those? The team stats? What did the team shoot as three? Because I know they shot like. I mean, you can go through each player and see how low they shot and guess it. But because even Kentavious Caldwell-Pope bricking. Dude.
Oh yeah, Pope was trash.
Dude is sorry too. I don't like him. Period.
He shot 21%.
Not Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Kyle Kuzma. Oh, dude.
Kuzma.
he's the type of guy like I know he's an NBA player. He's way better than I have ever been. But he's the type of guy when you see him play, like you're baffled that this guy plays basketball because he just does like the goofiest stuff on the floor, like doesn't make sense at all. Like that alley oop from LeBron. I don't know what you're even doing at the end of that. Just lay the ball up. His shot's just like I don't know what happened. They're gonna move him. They're gonna let him go. They're gonna move him on.
Yeah,
he got a ring. He that's his win, but I bet they wish they would have kept Brandon Ingram if they could have.
Yeah, even him, man. I don't know what they're doing in New Orleans. But anyways,
yeah,
man. Man, it was nice watching Phoenix ball out, man. Especially Devin Booker.
Yeah.
We'll see what they do against Denver, man. It should be a pretty good matchup, man.
Yeah,
Phoenix is gonna have their hands full again, though. I mean, because Ayton's gonna have his hands full with Jokic, but I think that'll pretty. I think he'll be able to D up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? He's more athletic, so
a little more athletic.
I think he'll be able to stop. You know, Jokic is definitely gonna have to finesse his way through this series, but Jokic is gonna ball regardless. Nobody could really stop him, but yeah, man, we'll see what they do against Michael Porter. But even Denver, man, we'll see who's gonna D up on Booker, man.
But that's
I think Phoenix is a little better defensively.
Chris Paul, in my opinion, for like his career's sake, needs to go to a Western Conference Finals. I don't believe the only time he's been was with Houston and he got hurt, and obviously that was James Harden's team. This man has to go to a Western Conference Finals. He cannot lose. I think he's going to be the reason why they lose. I think he's hurt. I think he's going to get hurt again, and he needs to be putting up 20 points a game. And I don't think he can. I think Denver. We'll talk about predictions.
I think if Phoenix can, well, if Chris Paul, man, could give him at least. If Chris Paul could give him at least 30 minutes, man, between 25 to 30 solid minutes, I think they'll be okay, man. Because Cameron Payne has been. He's been balling from him, and I think Cameron Payne can take the extra slack.
Yeah,
man. He's just more. Because he could give you points, but as long as Chris Paul doesn't get injured to where he can't play in the game, they'll be fine. Because they're going to need Chris Paul, you know, for certain moments, you know, to control pace of the game and stuff.
In the game, he hits shots.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. End of the game, but certain situations to control the pace, they're going to need him.
Yeah.
But outside of that, I don't think he doesn't need to play like 35 minutes, 40 minutes. They don't need that from him because Cameron Payne can come in and do his thing.
Sure.
And they have a couple other young players too. But yeah, we'll see, man. That's gonna be a good matchup.
Either DeAndre Ayton's got to step up, but he's going to have a lot of work to do with Jokic and the bigs that Denver has.
I think he'll be fine on offense, man.
But I'm saying, he needs to be like, because Devin Booker is going to be your 20, somewhere between 25 to 30 point a game. You're going to need another team to score. Like, and it's going to have to be Ayton if it's not Chris Paul. And if it's neither of them, then you're going to lose because you don't have anybody else on that team scoring 20 points.
For sure.
Or being that double score.
Obviously the Lakers didn't really play him that good, but
no. The whole team. The Lakers the whole team.
He averaged 15. I think Booker averaged 29 points against the Lakers. I think he's going to average somewhere around the same. I think he's going to be around the same, close to 30.
He plays terrible. Yeah.
If not more. He has to have like really bad games, but I think he'll be up around 30. So Ayton needs to get up around 20. He needs to get up around 20 because Denver is definitely going to put up more points than the Lakers, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. And then they just need the other guys to make some shots. Chris Paul, he only averaged 9 points last series, so.
Yeah. Somebody else has to be close to 20. And Ayton's going to have to work even harder now because he's playing defense and needs to put up more offense, you know? So he's going to be that primary defender on Jokic, and then he's going to go to the other end and put up points. So Phoenix is going to struggle with points if Chris Paul's not adding a significant amount of points to that. But I think it's going to be a good series too. I think game one will be because it's in Phoenix. Game one will be a big teller of how that series will go, I think. So that's everybody. I was way off. Oh, that's a recap of I was way off on all my sweeps. Let's see if I got any for the second round. So what's up with Dame, man? What does Dame got to do now? What do you think is going to happen? What should he do?
I mean, I don't know the ins and outs and stuff, but I would like to see him go play somewhere else.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just don't think anybody's gonna go to Portland, man, because it pretty much is it. I mean, there's a couple of big stars. I have to sit down and look through the teams and stuff, but I mean, there's a couple of players. You know, if Portland could get them, it'd be nice. But I'm not sure. I would like to see him leave. What about you?
Same. Yeah, I wanted to go. I think if I have this correct, I got a list of 2021 free agents. I'd like to see him go to, because you're not going to win in Portland. I don't think. I don't think anybody's going to go good enough. And then I'll talk about some teams that I want to see him go to. Some that I think he'll look good in. You brought up Utah. I wasn't even thinking about Utah. If he goes to Utah, I think Utah is like a championship team, like a favorite to win a championship. I'm sure Utah has the cap room. I can imagine why they wouldn't, just depending on what they have to give up. You know, obviously, they give up some good players, but you'll give up anybody to get Dame, I think, plus your draft picks. I heard, just listening to sports, LA, but LA is not really possible because of the money situation. But obviously, if he went to LA, LA is going to be a good team. Golden State, I think, is a great landing spot for Dame. I think that system would fit him well.
Definitely.
I think as less anybody who goes to Golden State, you do less work. Like, less work is required of you because it's all about ball movement. He's undersized. He's undersized, so him and Steph are both shorter guys who don't really play solid defense. Dame's a little bit better, of course. I think if he goes there, people might hate on it, but it's not like an overarching, like, just lopsided thing. It's not like when KD goes to Golden State, or it's not like the Brooklyn Nets. I don't think it's overly lopsided because I don't think they have, like, they really just only have guards, because Klay's kind of a guard, Steph's a guard. They don't have, like, stellar bigs or all-star bigs. I don't think Draymond's the same guy. So I'd like to see him go to Golden State, but they just fired their coach up in Portland. I think he might stick around because they're trying to let Dame, from just what I heard, let Dame make some, like, input into the coaching decision. So Karl Anthony Towns came up as maybe a player who can go. I don't think he's it, though. I don't think if you trade Karl Anthony Towns to Portland, especially if you have to give up CJ McCollum, I don't think Portland becomes a championship contender with Karl Anthony Towns. And I think Karl Anthony Towns is nice, like, raw. I just don't think that's enough.
Yeah.
And they need a big. They need a big who can score, play defense. That's Karl Anthony Towns all day. Maybe with CJ McCollum, if he stays, maybe they're. I guess I like Portland a lot more if CJ McCollum, but just like you were saying, that guard, they're so small at guard, they still have that problem on defense. That Karl Anthony Towns isn't going to solve that backcourt defensive problem. Kawhi Leonard is a free agent. Kawhi in Portland.
I mean, that would definitely help him. I mean, I think Karl Anthony Towns will help him too. I mean, first of all, Karl Anthony Towns is going to help him defensively and offensively.
Yeah.
So it'll make Portland better. Even if they did give up McCollum, I think it'll still slightly make him a little better. They'll definitely lose a lot, but I think you could always find another guard, man. Listen,
play
man.
Defense. Yeah.
Dame. I'm sure will be just fine shooting that ball 20 to 25 times a night. Just fine. Yeah. I would have no problem with him doing it either. You know what I'm saying? So I think most nights, he's going to shoot a good percentage.
Yeah.
So I think you'll find maybe get like Karl Anthony Towns and maybe like another defender. I think that'll help. Championship, I wouldn't quite go that far, but they'll definitely be in the playoffs.
Yeah.
A solid playoff team. I think they'll be able to compete, but yeah.
What about Kawhi?
I think that Kawhi. Kind of like the same, man. I think it just depends who they give up. I think it depends who they give up. I mean, obviously, giving up another guard for Kawhi, yeah, I mean, it's going to make them better. Whoever Kawhi goes to is going to make them a better team.
Yeah. I think I feel the same about. I think they need a guard more than they need a big man. I don't think the league is like, I was reading this article like the big man is back, but I'm sure I didn't read it all the way through to get. I don't think the league is big man dominated. I think if you have like a guy out, like that Williams guy in Boston, I think if you have a big like that, you're good. Somebody who plays defense, that's athletic, could grab boards. I think that's what you really need from your big. And as long as you have like dominant guards who can score and play defense, or forwards that can play. So I think Kawhi would be better fit than Karl-Anthony Towns. But I think either way, I don't think they win a championship just because.
I think it just depends who you're going up against. I mean, obviously you have 30 teams in the league, right? But only 6 teams go to the play. No. But what I'm saying is, yeah, probably not. But I mean, Milwaukee has a good big. It's not like Giannis is a small guy.
But I mean, even with Karl-Anthony Towns.
Hell no. Nah, I know that. That's what I'm saying. I said earlier, they're not going to be a championship. But I'm saying I think it'll help, though. Like having Karl-Anthony Towns or having Karl-Anthony Towns. I mean, if you're choosing between Karl-Anthony Towns and Kawhi, obviously I would go with Kawhi for sure. So I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
But say you can't get Kawhi, you get what I'm saying? And would you rather have Karl-Anthony Towns or Nurkic? I'll take Karl-Anthony Towns over Nurkic. You know what I'm saying? Even if I had to give it, if I had to give up CJ, I would do that.
Same.
Because, like I said, it's still gonna make you a little bit better because now, you know what I'm saying? Because in the West, you have to think about the best teams in the West, who they have. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, you have Denver, you have Jokic. That's a big man, so you need somebody that's gonna be able to go up against them. Obviously, Nurkic can't. He can't defend them, and he can't outscore him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Do I think Karl-Anthony Towns?
What about Williams out in Boston? Yeah. Or a player like him. I don't mean him particularly, but
no, yeah.
Offensive scorer, or do you just need a supreme defender that could guard him?
You need either one. You need either one, but you can't have somebody that's really in the middle. Like Nurkic is kind of in the middle. He's not really going to put up points, and he's not the worst defender, but he's not really going to stop anybody. You know what I'm saying? Versus Karl-Anthony Towns, you know what I'm saying? Do I think he's a better player than Jokic? No. Do I think he does things better than Jokic? Yes, for sure. You know what I'm saying? And so a player like that you could work with because he's athletic, right? So he could he's a better defender than Nurkic. So he could slow down Jokic. But also on the offensive side, he's a better offensive player than Jokic as well. So he could slow him down a little bit and he could give you more points.
Yeah.
Jokic is still going to have the better stat line, but Karl-Anthony Towns is going to look better compared to Nurkic against Jokic. So that's kind of what I mean.
But if Dame,
depending on which way you had to go.
Because if you know it, and I agree, I feel the exact same way. It's a little bit better. Whether you get Kawhi, whether you get Karl-Anthony Towns, it's a little bit better. But you're not winning no championship. Dame obviously wants to win. I assume he's no more naive about what it takes to win a championship than you and I are. What does it take for him to win a championship? We both agree. We'll get to where he should go next. I kind of share where I thought he should go. I want to hear from you. But if he stays in Portland, what does Portland have to get for him to win a championship?
They need another guard. They need another
CJ got to go, right? He has to go. CJ has to go.
They need another guard that can score, but also that can defend. They need more size. They have to be bigger. They have to have more size. So they need a guard that's bigger that can score and defend. I think they need a couple players, man. Portland is a team that could just make the playoffs. They're not a team that could go into the playoffs, so they need more than one person. They need the person like a guard that I just described,
and then a superstar.
I'll probably say 2 more guards like that, and they need another big man.
And one of them has to be a superstar.
No, yeah, for sure, yeah.
So they can't do it.
That's what I'm saying. He has to go somewhere.
Dame has to go. If he stays another year, I think he's doing it because he's being nice. But he needs to demand a trade and get out of there. There's no players that can go. I'm looking on this list too. I see Lonzo Ball. That's your guy right there, right? He's restricted, so I guess New Orleans,
Yeah, man.
New Orleans can
Yeah,
match
man.
whatever somebody offers, but you want him in Chicago, don't you?
I mean, I would like that.
You want Bradley Beal in
But even if he doesn't come to Chicago, man, I'm not tripping, man, because I like Kobe White. I like our team, man. We just need a couple players, man, too.
You need a superstar.
Yeah, we need. I mean, we could deal with one more. We got to beef up our bench too a little, but
yeah.
I'm kind of mad, wasn't it? I'm kind of mad. Oh yeah, come. That'd be nice.
That would be nice. He's like an MJ too.
Kawhi in Chicago would be really nice.
You got the big. You got the second guard.
Yeah, man. Vucevic is nice. Vucevic is gonna give you 20. He's gonna give you 20 plus points.
Yeah.
Easy.
He wouldn't do it, but
he's gonna give you 20 and 10 easy.
He could, yeah.
No, he does. I mean,
but I'm saying, but if Kawhi came, there's not enough scoring for Vucevic to do 20. So he just needs to make sure he's rebounding and playing defense, and he can get you it. Especially since Kawhi, is hurt or likes to take risks.
I mean,
like that.
It depends. It depends how many.
I think it's a good fit.
But I mean, whoever comes, Zach LaVine is the man, though.
Yeah,
that's like the number one offensive guy. Zach LaVine is the man.
But you don't got to worry about Kawhi like wanting it more than Zach LaVine.
Nah. But after last season, you better ride that shit until he ain't got no more, because he was balling last year.
Yeah.
We probably made the playing tournament, man. If he didn't have to do the COVID protocols at the end of the season, he missed like 15 games or something, man.
Yeah,
something
maybe.
ridiculous.
Chicago needs another superstar. I like LeBron. I like Lonzo in Chicago. I like him back in LA. He wants to get paid, so wherever he goes, that's what probably most important to him. But I just saw him on that list.
I don't think he's gonna go to LA. He has to go to a team that already has scores. LA needs scores. They don't need another guard.
You need a tall guard. He's a decent defender. His shot got better, so I think he's good for LeBron, as he can post up and shoot. Versus when he first got there, he wasn't that guy. And LeBron needs to play off ball. Like just watching him this year, he has good post moves, and Lonzo can run the offense, I think, now. So I do think he's an upgrade over any guy they have right now.
I agree with that.
He's kind of like a Rondo 2.0. He's taller, better defender, good passer.
I agree with that. I'm saying that from the Lakers' perspective. Obviously, he's going to make you a little bit better, but he's not helping what you need.
He's not what you need?
Look at,
you don't think so? I think he makes him a championship player.
The Lakers.
I think he makes him a championship contender.
Lonzo Ball?
I think a healthy LeBron, healthy Anthony Davis, and Lonzo Ball, I think they're a championship team.
Oh,
you
yeah.
Gotta fill out that bench.
Yeah.
You got to fill out that bench and the rest of the roster. Championship team.
A healthy LeBron and a healthy AD this year was a championship team. Even with Schroeder and Caruso and all them players, they're a championship team with the healthy LeBron and healthy AD right now. So yes, I agree with Lonzo.
Sure.
No, for sure. A healthy AD right now, a healthy AD is going to give you 30 points. A healthy AD is going to give you 30 points.
I think they have no shot of beating the Nets. A healthy Anthony Davis and a healthy LeBron James, and the rest of that Lakers team,
not many teams do. Not many teams do. Okay, yeah, I feel you. I mean, but Alonzo Ball on that team against the Nets, I don't think they make their chances that much better either.
Oh, really? Okay, I'm hyped then. Okay, I think they do.
There's certain things.
Is bad though. Like
Schroeder is a better scorer than Alonzo Ball. Schroeder is going to give you more points than Alonzo Ball. If I need somebody to score, I'd rather have Schroeder than Alonzo Ball.
No, but you need a 3-point shooter though. You need like consistent 3-point shooting and defense.
Yes,
Schroeder doesn't do that.
Yeah, I got that.
I think Lonzo is on his way to doing that. So like,
he's on his way maybe. But listen, man, from the Lakers' perspective,
and Schroeder can't play defense. I mean, he can play all right, I guess.
Yeah, he can. Yeah, I mean, he's for sure, man. I'm not arguing it. I mean,
and the Lakers got to rebuild the whole team, so it's not just Lonzo. They got
that's my point. That's what I'm trying to get you. That's my point. AD is not where it's at, man. He's injury prone. You get what I'm saying? Will he? Listen, man. He can't do it himself. LeBron can't do it himself. They can't do it together anymore. You get what I'm saying? Like these teams are balling right now. They're balling. There's a couple injuries around the league and stuff like that, but they're coming. They need scores. So
what about Kyle Lowry?
The Lakers can't put up 100 points. They need scores. They need people that are going to put up points.
Like who? Then who do the Lakers need?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I have to think about it. I haven't really thought about this.
Well, who's the scorer then? Who's a top scorer that you would say like, hey,
like a Damian Lillard, like if they got Damian Lillard.
You talking about that level? Okay.
They need to score.
No, yeah,
they need to score. Yeah. They need to score. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, we don't go into the nitty-gritty. They can't afford it.
So that's what I'm saying. So earlier when you were talking about Lonzo Ball, I agree, man. Yeah, Lonzo Ball is going to make them better. You know what I'm saying? They're already a championship team if they are healthy right now with what they have. So Lonzo Ball on the team, they're definitely a championship team. But that's not going to cut it. Just like you said, they don't want to see the Brooklyn because they can't score. They don't have any scores. A healthy AD is going to give you 30. A healthy LeBron is going to give you what? Maybe 25, right? You like to think more, but maybe
more if you want.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll call it 60 points. That's 60 points between the both of them.
Yeah.
Right. Now, where are you going to get the other 60 from? Because you're going to need 60 more points, especially to play against Brooklyn. You're going to need to score at least 120.
Yeah, I think you can D them up. Though. I think you have the best defenders to D up their defense.
No. For sure. But Brooklyn doesn't give a fuck about who your defensive team is. They don't care if you have 5 Giannis's on the court. You know what I'm saying? Their goal is to score 120 plus points, and they usually do.
Yeah, they usually.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. The Lakers, obviously they're going to rely on their defense and stuff, but look who they have. You have an old LeBron.
So no.
You have a hurt AD.
No
so you need
superstar team can beat a 3 superstar Brooklyn team. There's no 2 superstars.
No, that's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying.
That's not what you're saying. Oh, okay.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying realistically for the Lakers. Obviously, you could talk about if they're all healthy and stuff like that. For sure, man. It's still LeBron James, AD, but the full healthy is not the case. LeBron even said it himself. He'll never be 100% again.
He said 99.
You could just see it in
He said 99.
He'd be 99, but that whole I'll take a 75% LeBron James versus 100% so and so. That is bullshit. Look at AD. People talk about we'll take an 80% AD. Look at AD. He couldn't even last 5 minutes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, he's great, but I'll take this young man. I'll take this young man that's jumping out the gym and athletic and got all the energy right now.
100% AD though was a bubble. Yeah, I feel you. The 100% AD was a bubble last year, and this guy is. I don't know if he was going to be that, right? It's a risk no matter what, but he's a guy. Like there's nobody. Sure. He is the best big man in basketball if he's 100%. There's nobody
for sure, but
in the world.
Exactly. But listen, man, we could talk hypotheticals all day. If you watch AD, I'm saying no. I know last year, but last year is done. Last year is done, and when you're asking questions, we're talking about for moving forward and stuff. So I understand it. This whole year, this whole past season, if you watch AD, you know what I'm saying? He didn't look like himself.
He's hurt.
Obviously, exactly. He's dealing with injuries and stuff like that. So moving forward, right? We could say a full healthy. Yeah, I like that conversation too. But now let's be realistic about it. You know what I'm saying?
I think it is
injured AD. Go ahead.
Well, no, AD's always been injury prone. So I think last year was like lucky. But I'm just saying, like,
that's my point.
It's possible because he's done it before, right? He's been injury prone and then gotten healthy in the playoffs to be the best player.
For sure. For sure. But my point is, right? So let's continue with it, right? So let's say it goes back to an 82 games season next year, right?
It won't. But
AD, it won't. Okay, we'll stick with 72. I'm just saying, whatever you want to pick, we'll stick with 72. AD, he might give you 50 games next season. Maybe.
Sure.
So that's what I'm saying, right? He might give you 50 games. LeBron might give you 50 games, right? And then by the time they make it to the playoffs, just like this year, they're gonna be hurt, just as everybody else is in the league and stuff like that. But you still have to rely on them, right? So if the Lakers, if they just get Lonzo Ball, yeah, man, for sure, they're gonna look great throughout the season. They're gonna win games and stuff like that. But if one of them if AD or LeBron goes down and stuff like that, you need somebody else that's gonna come give you 20 plus points, almost 30 points. The Lakers need that. They need that. They don't have that.
I don't know if they need it because they did it last year. But because they can't afford it, then it means they're not going to win a championship again. I don't think they will. I think actually we probably agree about that. I don't think they can win a championship again with just those two. But where does Dame need to go then? I said the Warriors. I like the Warriors. They can give up draft picks. They can give up Wiseman. They can give up Oubre or what's his name? From Minnesota. I'm blanking on it. He got drafted by Minnesota, number 1 overall.
Wiggins.
They got stuff to give up to get him, and I think they can probably afford it. Money aside, though, I don't know that for a fact. You like him in Utah more? Like him in Miami? Miami was some little talk about Miami.
Nah, yeah, mine would be nice.
I text you and said Milwaukee.
It depends who they give up. Milwaukee would be nice. Yeah, man. I mean, there's a few places that would be nice. I mean, if he's trying to go to win a championship, man, there's only a couple of teams. Like Utah would be one.
Utah.
I wouldn't even say the Clippers. I mean, if you went to the Clippers, that would be nice too. But I don't know.
With both Paul George and Kawhi, or one of them can go?
No, it would have to be. Obviously, man, these hypotheticals, any team he goes to, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. It's hard to say. Like, I have to look at.
I'm just saying, though,
one, I don't
the team, do they need to get rid of players? Can they get rid of players?
Who? The Clippers?
Yeah, like the Clippers. You said the Clippers. Can the Clippers get rid of anybody and still win? If they want Dame, or do they?
I mean, they can't get rid of Kawhi or Paul George, no.
Oh, okay, so can't be done with just those two.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, obviously, when I pick these teams, obviously the stars have to stay. At least two of the stars. You get what I'm saying? That's just Dame is not. Dame is a great player. He's an offensive player, but he is the defensive liability. You know what I'm saying? So most of these teams.
Yeah. What about Milwaukee?
Yeah, man, that's just what it is, bro.
Dame, you can't. Can you drop Dame on Milwaukee in their championship?
They have one star. Yeah, they have one star, but Milwaukee's a little bit. Chris Middleton is a good player, and he's 6'8", man. You know what I'm saying? He's a big dude. And Milwaukee just has size, so they're a little different, man. You know what I'm saying? Milwaukee's definitely a little different.
If they can keep Drew Holiday, got to get rid of Middleton because Portland wants something. Drew Holiday, Giannis, Dame Lillard, fill in the bench with some other, good supporting cast. Can they win that championship team?
Yeah, I still like it, man.
Yeah. Realistically,
I mean, they're giving up a lot with Middleton, but I mean, I think Dame will balance it out with offense because he'll come with more offensive power than Middleton. And they still have some height. Milwaukee still has some height. And I think that's one of the reasons why Milwaukee's so good, man, because it's so big, just so big and so long.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Besides the point guard position, but even at the point guard position, they're still bigger than most teams' point guards.
What do you think about the Warriors? They're into the Warriors.
I mean, I definitely feel like that offense. I could just imagine how lovely it would be to be an offensive player to play.
Yeah.
In Steve Kerr's offense, man, it's just like, hey, share the ball and you'll get plenty of shots.
Yeah, everyone's gonna shoot. Yeah, it hurt him because it hurts him defensively, especially if you got to give up potentially both Oubre and Wiggins or one of them.
And any team Dame goes to, depending on who they give up, you know what I'm saying, it's gonna hurt him defensively. Yeah. Not saying Dame is a bad defender. He's just small, man. You know what I'm saying? When you're talking about, you know what I'm saying? Yeah,
That's why I like him there.
I mean, I don't think. I mean, and I don't want to sound like it's gonna be like that dramatic of a loss defensively on the defensive end, because I don't think so. I do think it'll balance itself out with his offense, But as long as he goes, he you know what I'm saying, he just can't go to another small team. You know what I'm saying? Like, he can't go to like a.
Unless it's the Warriors. That's
the Warriors.
It's got to be that explosive. Yeah,
it's a little different. But even the Warriors, they have to make some moves. They need more size.
That's why I like it, and I don't feel like it's overpowering because it's not KD, 6'7" tall, all around great player. It's a guy who has a little bit more holes in the game, or at least in the team part of the game. That's going to affect the outcome, I think. And then they are forced to.
I would say
some fillers.
Yeah, right. I would say I do like Dame going to Miami a lot, because that's what Miami needs, a scorer. They need a scorer for sure.
Who would you give up?
That's the only thing. I mean, can't give up Bam or Jimmy, but
really,
whoever they get, nah. Then they wouldn't be anything.
Not without Jimmy?
Dame, Jimmy, and Bam, that's solid right there. You have somebody on the inside that could get it done, you know what I'm saying, and could play with pretty much anybody.
Yeah.
Jimmy is your guy. That's your number one player. You know what I'm saying? That's just your number one player, both
Energy
leader
guy.
on the court. Energy guy,
Focus on
defensive guy,
defense.
just anything you need. And then Dame
that role too.
Dame is let it go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Let it go, and he's clutch. You know what I'm saying? So, I think Miami struggled. I think Miami struggled this year because they were smaller on the smaller end, too.
Yeah.
Most of the guards they're pretty undersized. You know
small.
what I'm saying?
Tyler Hero's.
Undersized, and even if they are good size, they're just not good defenders. Like Duncan Robinson is just not a good defender. Tyler Hero's not a good defender, at least from what I've seen. I don't know.
So are you willing to give up both Duncan Robinson and Tyler Hero?
For Dame? Hell yeah.
Really?
Especially if you're trying to win right now, yeah, man. Listen, man, Duncan Robinson, I honestly think you'll be able to come across another guy like Duncan Robinson. You know what I'm saying? There's some shooters out there, they just need the opportunity. You know what I'm saying? There's shooters out there, they just need the opportunity. Tyler Hero, yeah, it'd be tough to give up Tyler Hero. But
so you like Tyler Hero more than Duncan Robinson? I'm swapping. I like Duncan Robinson more. I like he's tall.
Short term, I mean, long term, Duncan Robinson, because you know what you're getting with Duncan Robinson.
That's it. Well, he's going to shoot the ball.
Exactly. Damian Lillard is going to shoot the ball. Duncan Robinson is not a better shooter than Dame. So as far as shooting, I'm good.
But who's your scorers on Miami then if you don't have – right? Because Jimmy Butler ain't that scorer, and he's definitely not that three-point scorer. So you find Duncan in the corner, three. He's like Klay Thompson.
Sellers, Duncan Robinson, he doesn't average 20 points.
Well, he doesn't. He can't.
That's my point. So,
but he can if Dame Lillard's on the team.
Who, Duncan Robinson?
Yeah, because Dame's going to take so much attention.
Nah, for sure.
Yeah, Jimmy Butler's going to find it. And Jimmy Butler's a good facilitator. I think yeah.
Nah, in that way, for sure, he could possibly. But what I'm saying is, I think you could find another shooter. You know what I'm saying? If you have to give him up, you could find another shooter to go alongside them. You know, if you have to give up Duncan and Tyler Hero, which I imagine you would.
Yeah.
You know, plus whatever else. But
Kendrick Nunn.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. Like they hit, you know, Duncan Robinson. I mean, he's like 6'5", so he's not that small, but his defense. But Tyler Hero, Kendrick Nunn, Goran Dragic, you know what I'm saying? They're all smaller guards, you know. So I think that kind of I think they might have struggled with that a little bit on the defensive end.
Oh yeah, Dragic, he got to go.
But Dragic is nice too, man.
You got some players to work with. Yeah, you got some players.
If you keep Dragic, I like Dragic as a backup. I mean, I think he can run a starting position too, but because he can score, man.
I think he makes a little bit, but I don't know where Kendrick.
Dragic is their best scorer.
I don't know. I like Kendrick Nunn. He can score off the bench, so I like him as a backup.
Yeah.
So I think it's who's going to cost you more between those two. Whichever one costs you least, you get rid of. Tyler Hero can go. I don't want to let him go, but let him go. I try to keep Duncan Robinson at all costs. Because I think he's going to just grow into a more consistent shooter.
Nah, yeah, man.
But yeah, I like him in Miami.
When you talk about trading players or like what teams need and stuff, obviously looking at teams, you could tell what they need. Oh, they need defensive players. Oh, they need shooters. But then when you're talking about just moving one person, okay, well, what does this one person offer? Dame Lillard, we know what we're getting from him. That's money in the bucket. You know what I'm saying? That's money all day. Yeah. Defense, not so much. Okay, who on Miami are we going to give up? You're not going to give up Bam. You're not going to give up Jimmy. So who else do you have? You don't have anybody else that's playing defense. You know what I'm saying? That they're going to give up.
But then that's a need. You feel with other players.
No. It's exactly my point. So we're not getting defense from Dame. So I'm not worried about giving up a player that doesn't offer defense either. So obviously all that is just offense, right? So yeah, Duncan. Of course, we want to keep him because that's just a pure 3-point shooter, no doubt.
Yeah.
Miami doesn't have that. Miami doesn't have that.
Yeah.
However, Dame, he can replace that. You know what I'm saying? At least Dame, at least Duncan plus more. You know what I'm saying? Now, is that enough for two people? Maybe not, but he can still replace Duncan plus more, right? So in that aspect, you're good. Now I just need to find somebody that could give me a little boost. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Maybe not quite as good as Duncan Robinson, but nonetheless, having Dame is still better than having Duncan Robinson and no Dame. You know what I'm saying?
I think for Dame, I'd make any trade, pretty much any trade. There's not a player I wouldn't let go of. I'd let go of Jimmy Butler if I had to. I'd let go of Duncan Robinson and Tyler Hero. I'd let go of everybody. But I do.
Hell nah.
Yeah, I let go of all of them. If Miami has the picks,
I wouldn't let go of Jimmy. Bro, if they give a Jimmy Butler, bro, Miami would be trash.
Jimmy Butler doesn't do anything exceptional. He didn't do anything exceptional. He's just that he's just that heart of the team. He's just that heart of the
Exactly
team.
on paper.
Huh?
Exactly
Yeah,
on paper, man. Energy is a big thing, man. Energy is a big thing.
But see, I didn't see it that first round. I didn't see nothing from him from the first
No,
round of
not.
the series.
I agree. I agree.
So if I
I
had to,
agree.
I'm not saying
I
I
agree.
want to. I'm saying if I had to, if it meant getting Dame Dollar, I'm
Bro,
gonna get rid of anybody.
Bro, if it was just Damian Lillard, Duncan Robinson, Tyler Hero, and Bam Adebayo, bro, they're not doing anything.
But when you free up that cap room for Jimmy Butler, you're gonna bring in somebody to fill that part, right? You're gonna have somebody who's gonna play that hardcore defense because that's what you need at that point. But you wouldn't outright trade Jimmy for Dame. You would have to still give up Duncan, Tyler Hero, right, and your first round picks.
No.
So Jimmy, that's an easy exchange. So yeah, it'd be tough to just have Dame and Adebayo basically and build around it. But I'd do it. I'd rather be in that situation than what they're in now. You'd rather ride out with the team Miami the way it is now, rather than going with Bam and Dame.
They just need some scores. That's it, man. They just need some scores.
Yeah,
maybe
ride out with the team.
Because Jimmy Butler could control the pace of the game if he needs to. He could control the pace of the game, especially in serious situations. So
yeah,
that need for like a natural point guard. They don't really need that so much, but they just need scores. You get what I'm saying? But if you don't have Jimmy Butler, the score is not going to do you much help. There's nobody on that team. There's nobody on that team that can control the pace of the game. Nobody.
That's not what Jordan.
Besides Dragic.
Yeah.
Huh? Yeah, besides Dragic, but I'm saying
you can keep him. Get rid of Jimmy. Give me Dame. Give me Bam, and then give me some supporting cast. I don't care who it is. I'm gonna ride out with that. Team.
I mean, it depends. It depends. At that point, shit, all you really have is the Portland Trailblazers. They're small as hell, man.
Better big though.
That are big. Who was big on Miami, bro?
Bam Adebayo is a better.
Bam Adebayo is like 6'9". Okay, that's one big man. Who else?
I thought he was taller than that, but
no, 6'9" is still big though. I'm saying Bam Adebayo is a solid big man. I'm giving you that. But as I said earlier, that's why obviously the energy. I didn't see the energy there. Maybe people were injured and stuff like that with Miami, but with Milwaukee they struggled, and I think throughout the season they struggled. Miami is just not a big team at all.
Yeah, I guess
they're
you
not
gotta
a
go
big
find.
team.
Yeah, I don't know.
So
if
that's what I'm saying. Okay, you get Dame, but you have Bam Adebayo, and that's it. They got rid of Olynyk. Olynyk was like 6'11". You know what I'm saying? Obviously, he's not like the best defender or anything like that, but that's just a big body.
Yeah, well, I did say fill around it. I mean, fill your needs as appropriate. That one trade is not going to get you everything.
But you said give me whoever, and what I'm saying is no, it's not give me whoever.
Well, that's not who I meant. Like just any old person can fill the team. You can't any old person can't fill the Lakers, and Lakers. Yeah, any old person.
Sure, but if Dame went to Miami and you had to give up Jimmy Butler and Duncan Robinson, you said you would do that.
Yeah.
Then as of right now, what we know, who would be their starting five? It would be Damian Lillard, Bam Adebayo. You said what?
Dragic might start still.
Okay, Dragic, Damian Lillard, Bam Adebayo.
Andre probably doesn't stay, but maybe Andre Iguodala is a starter. And I don't even know who they have at 4. So I gotta find probably 2 starters. I probably gotta find a defensive wing and a 4 in my 4, right? And between Dame and Bam, I probably got a little bit of cap room to get me a solid player. Let me look at my free agent. Maybe Kawhi wants to go to that team and play. I like Kawhi on that team. Maybe DeMar DeRozan wants to go to that team and play. I like DeMar DeRozan. DeMar DeRozan's decent scorer, good defender. I like DeMar DeRozan on that team. Yeah, you got to go fill that. Trade's not going to fill everything out. I just think if I was going to risk it for Dame, I might risk it for Dame. So I just don't feel like Miami's going to, or Miami could just bring in a player, but I don't know.
That's what I'm saying, man. They're more. Miami's more in a position to bring in 1 or 2 pieces.
Yeah, 1 score away.
Rather than giving up Duncan Robinson and Jimmy Butler or Bam Adebayo.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
those three players are not going to give up right now. I don't think. Maybe Duncan Robinson for the right person, huh?
Yeah, if I could get the scorer I needed to fit the team, for sure. But if I can't get the scorer, I'm definitely going to ride with Dame. But yeah, I agree. They are one elite scorer away from being that team. Some trade fantasies.
It's a solid team.
Give me one. So I already told you mine. I want Dame to the Warriors. What's your one trade fantasy for the offseason?
For all season, oh man, I don't even know who's available.
So Kawhi is going to show up. Chris Paul, DeMar DeRozan, Kyle Lowry, or it could be a trade. Those are some free agents, but even if it was a trade that needed to be made, I'm assuming it's for the Bulls since you're a Bulls fan. But even if it's not, we talked about Bradley Beal.
Tim Hardaway is a free agent too. Tim Hardaway's been balling.
Yeah, but what kind of,
I like this play.
What kind of trade do you want to see?
I wouldn't mind. DeMar DeRozan is a free agent too. But now that I know, I would love to see Kawhi. I would love to see Kawhi in Chicago, man.
Kawhi to the Bulls, yeah.
Like I think giving up Kobe White, and a couple of players would.
Well, in this case they can sign him.
Because marketing. Well, yeah. Well, this case,
that's even nicer. That's even better.
Because they want to get rid of marketing too. Marketing wants to
get paid.
I don't mind getting rid of him. I mean, he wants to be paid. He still thinks he's a starter. I think he could be a starter too, man. I don't know. I guess he just doesn't like it up there.
Yeah, it's probably tough for Chicago too early.
I think he wants to go to Dallas and play with that's what I heard. He wants to go to Dallas and play with Doncic. Yeah, and I'm not mad at that either.
Yeah. So they could pick up Kawhi in the offseason. I think if they lose this game tonight, it might be a real possibility that Kawhi wants out.
Yeah.
So take away free agents. Who's a trade? Obviously, they can get Kawhi. Who's a trade you want to see?
Trade?
Who's a player right now? Let's go trade for. I want to see him on the team.
I would like to see Bradley Beal go somewhere. I've been thinking about where it would be a good place for him to go.
Yeah. I feel like the Wizards are going to make that move soon. But maybe they're one superstar away from being an elite team. I don't know. I guess they played well, but yeah, I think. Man, hey, imagine Bradley Beal, Kawhi Leonard, and
Paul George. That'd be nasty.
Or on the Bulls. Or on the Bulls playing with Zach LaVine. Nasty.
Oh yeah, man. No, that'd be nasty.
I think Paul George is done. I don't know. I could be wrong. I think Paul George is done. I don't think he's a defender. I don't think he's a scorer. I wouldn't want to play with Paul George.
Nah, man. Paul George is just solid, man.
Championship without James Harden. Bro just pulled his hamstring like 5 seconds into the game. I think that might have just opened it up. I'm willing to wait because they just smacked. I think they smacked the Bucks. I don't care what the score said. I think they smacked them. I'm willing to wait one more game. Yeah, I think that the game, that third quarter, and I don't even know what happened. Like I don't know how you come out of half and get rampaged. They just got torn up.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah, man.
I gotta see 2 games. But if I'm gonna guess now, without James Harden playing, like I don't know how bad this hamstring injury is. But even if he got on the court, I don't think he's gonna be like anything close to what he can be. I think I'm going to take the Sixers as the favorites to win it all. Without James Harden, I don't think the Nets can win a chip.
Nah. I mean, they still can, man. They got KD. Me personally, I think KD is the best person in the league for sure.
So what?
I still think they can, but
what makes it different than him and Russ?
You said what?
What makes this setup with him and Kyrie different than his time with Russell Westbrook when they couldn't win a championship back then?
Kyrie can score buckets.
Don't play no defense though. Yeah, he does. He does score buckets.
Yeah, but listen. Okay, for a player, right? Obviously, in basketball, right? You have to. That's part of the game. You have to play offense and defense all at the same time. I mean, not at the same time, but you know what I'm saying, in the same series. You know what I'm saying? It's different from football and stuff like that. So obviously, people are better at offense than they are at defense, or they're better at defense than they are offense.
Sure.
But sometimes, you have to find a balance. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes, a player could not be. You might be down here in defense, and your offense is maybe a little bit better than your defense. Those kind of players is whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of like a Russell Westbrook. You know what I'm saying? Whereas defense is maybe right here, and his offense maybe only comes this much higher. Right?
Oh no, I thought his defense is way up here and his offense is way down.
Hey, either way, that's what I'm saying. My point is like this. But Kyrie, right? His defense might be right here, but his offense is up here. You know what I'm saying? It just makes up for it. It makes up for some of the slack. That's the type of player Kyrie is. So that's why it's better.
His defense is way lower than Russ's defense, though.
No, yeah, for sure.
Way lower.
I would agree. Defense,
but you're saying that the fact that he's an offensive player in this NBA at the level that he plays in.
Yeah, I'm saying he offered what he offers. You know what I'm saying? Those points. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, Westbrook offers a lot of assists, rebounds, and stuff like that. But that don't change the scoreboard. You know what I'm saying? Right. I mean, it does, but
not directly in the way. Yeah, you're talking about scoring.
Yeah.
You like
Kyrie is. Yeah.
You like Kyrie and KD winning a championship?
No, I mean, I don't necessarily like it this year. I'm just saying it's possible.
Oh, you're directly answering the question. Okay, will they win a championship without Harden this year?
Straight up, I don't know. I don't think Brooklyn's going to win this year. I don't think that.
If they have Harden, they'll win. Without Harden, they can't win this year. But game two is going to tell me a lot. But I'm going to make I don't want to go back and forth on how I feel. I'm going to tell you straight up, I don't think they can. Game 2, if they smack the Bucks again, okay, maybe they win a championship because that game.
Yeah, man. I mean,
I don't even understand.
I'm not. Yeah, man. I'll only go so far off. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm still gonna watch the games. You know what I'm saying? Even after game 2, Milwaukee could get smacked, right? But then they could go home and smack the Brooklyn 2 times straight. You know what I'm saying? We don't know that yet. But I feel you, man. I like to see. Listen, man. The Milwaukee Bucks. What did they shoot? They shot horrible yesterday.
Yeah, they shot.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They shot 20% from the 3-point line. They shot 57% from the free throws. You know what I'm saying? And how much did they lose by? They lost by double digits. They lost by 8 points, right? They lost by 8 points.
Yeah, I didn't watch the last few minutes.
And they turned the ball over double digits. So that's not always good. I'm sure Brooklyn scored. So, I think it's more matched evenly with a little bit. It just depends how the Bucks play. If the Bucks offense is there, I think the Bucks will win because they have better defense, right? I think out of 7 games they'll be to slow down Brooklyn more.
I'm trying to give them
if the offense is there.
Yeah, that's why I'm going to give them the leeway of saying that game 1 was just poor shooting. Obviously, you can't just stop Brooklyn's offense, but I think just like we were talking about LeBron James and Anthony Davis, you can make those points harder for you, and that tires you out. That just makes the game just a little bit more challenging to play because you do have to go back and play defense, even if you aren't a great defender. So I'm going to see a second game, but I think that fourth quarter, I didn't watch a lot of especially in the game. I don't want to count garbage time. That third quarter and the rest of the game, especially after halftime, Bucks just got smacked. They just got smacked around. So we'll to see. And not the scoring part, just got smacked around. So I'll have to see. But I think without James Harden, there's no way the Nets win a championship this year.
We'll have to see, man. I definitely think it's possible, but I don't think it's likely.
Yeah. So you think there's a chance?
That's what I said, man. You're asking me you keep asking me a direct question. Do I think
I sure am asking you?
And I answered the question and I said no, I don't. But I still think it's possible. I could say it's possible. You know what I'm saying?
I got you. So what kind of chance?
There's always possibilities. You know what I'm saying? Hell.
Yeah. What kind of chance you give them?
Atlanta can win the championship. You know what I'm saying? It's possible, they can't. But I mean, hey, every team.
Like you mean random possibility? No, there's no possibility that Atlanta Hawks can win.
Yeah, man.
We're talking about realistically.
We're
talking about realistically. Atlanta Hawks have no shot, have no possibility of winning a championship. That's BS. I'll call you BS right there. There's no shot.
Obviously, Sellers. First of all, calm down. Obviously, you know what I'm saying? Realistically, yes. I'm just saying it's possible. So you keep switching back. We talk about hypotheticals and we don't talk about hypotheticals.
No, we're not.
If every team right now that's still in the playoffs, if their best player tomorrow wakes up and is injured, the Hawks have a chance.
No,
If
we're not
Philadelphia
talking
right
about
now, that's what I'm saying. I'm
We're
just
not talking about
throwing
that.
out that's possible. I'm just throwing out there that's possible. Even with Brooklyn Nets, they have KD and Kyrie. It's possible that they can win a championship. Do I think it's likely? No.
So
You know what I'm saying?
explain to me what you mean
even
by
if they had
possible.
James Harden,
Explain to me what you mean by possible then.
what do you mean?
You say it's possible for the Nets to win a championship this year. What do you mean by that?
That the Nets, okay, it's possible because the Nets are up 1-0. It's possible because the Nets can beat the Milwaukee in this series and they go on to the conference finals, and then they beat whoever is in the conference finals, right? They go to the finals and then they win the finals. That's what I mean by it's possible. You know what I'm saying? They play good basketball. They put up enough points to win. That's what I mean by possible.
And
You know what I'm saying?
So nothing about this conversation. We have other conversations where I say like, hey, hypothetical, what kind of trades? Nothing about this conversation when we switch to can the Bucks win or the Nets win has ended. Nothing has been hypothetical. I literally mean that the Hawks have no shot of winning a championship this year. I literally mean they have no shot. You're saying the Nets have a good enough
that's how you
team.
feel.
You believe in KD. You believe in Kyrie. I can understand that logic. I don't think that even with their talent, they can win a championship because I think the Sixers and the Milwaukee Bucks are way better. And more importantly, the Sixers.
Right.
The Sixers, they have no shot of getting by. So no, there's no hypothetical talk. And I don't think saying like the Hawks have a possibility, that's hypothetical. That's what you're saying. Hawks have no shot. They have no shot of winning.
Okay, okay. That's
So-
how you feel. I got you.
Yeah. All right. We're not talking about hypotheticals. Can the Nets win it? You think the talent of the team can get it through it? I think they can't. But-
Yeah, but you see, ask me before you asked me a direct question that I answered. You said, "Will the Nets win?" That's
I
a
said
yes
can.
or no.
I've always said
And
can.
then you said can or can't. You know what I'm
I've
saying?
always
when
said
you ask
can,
me can,
but-
when you ask, no, before, I mean, you'll go back and re-see it. But I'm saying when you ask me can, that opens it up for different possibilities. Can they? Yeah, they can. Can't they? Of course they can. You know what I'm saying? There's different ways it could go. So that's what I'm saying.
Okay. I mean, can they win?
Okay.
Let's clear up the question. Can they win a championship this year without James Harden?
Yes, they can.
I think they can. There we
Got
go.
you. Simple. Too easy.
Can the Hawks win a championship this year?
I don't think they will. No.
No, they can't.
Okay.
All right. Who's your favorite to win the championship this year?
I got Milwaukee.
You got Milwaukee?
Yeah.
Any concern that they lost that first game?
Not really, man. I mean, they didn't shoot well, so I mean, I guess that's
Yeah.
a concern if they don't keep shooting well. But I don't know.
Yeah, I got you. I got the Sixers, but I am worried about Joel Embiid, and I don't know. I haven't heard anything on the injury. I don't know if you have.
No, not really, man. But I mean, Joel Embiid's plays, they're not winning no championship.
Yeah,
That's for sure.
without Joel Embiid, they don't win a championship. But yeah, I think I got the Sixers. I think it's coming out of the East no matter what. I don't think it's obviously if Harden comes back and he can get better from this hamstring. I got the Nets, but I got the Sixers. But I think Milwaukee and the Sixers will be a really good matchup in that Eastern Conference Finals. If for whatever reason Milwaukee wins. Why do you got the Bucks as your favorite?
I just think they're a well-rounded team, man. I think they're solid. I mean, DiVincenzo's out, so that kind of
He's out for the
that
year,
kind
right?
of hurts. But
Isn't he out for the rest of the year?
yeah, he's out for the playoffs. Yeah, man.
So it's ACL or something?
Yeah, man. I just think they're solid, man. They got enough players to put up points, and they got solid defense. So all they got to do is put it together, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't think there's another team as well rounded as them. Maybe Utah, but other than Utah, yeah, I don't think there's a team as well rounded as them. But we'll see.
Yeah, of course. Who do you got coming out of the West?
I'll probably go with Utah.
But the West.
I don't know yet, but probably Utah.
I definitely got to pay attention to the Jazz series because they're waiting. They're waiting on the winner of Clippers Dallas.
Yeah.
Man, I don't see it making a difference. Just the way the Clippers are playing. Maybe they can turn it on. I guess I got them as a sleeper, so that's what my hope is. Or why I made that prediction is maybe the Clippers can just lock in and finish out the whole playoffs on fire. But Yeah, I would say either that or Denver, but I'm gonna say the Jazz out of the West, Sixers out of the East. But I think I got it Eastern. Whether it's Milwaukee, Nets, or Sixers, I got them beating anybody out of the West. What do you think? You think any of the West teams can take an East team?
Yeah, for sure, man. I think Utah could beat any team. Utah's good, man.
Game 7, yeah.
Yeah, they have a solid team. They have good size. They can score. They can defend. They put up points. You know what I'm saying? I don't.
So going into the championship, do you have them favorite though to beat any of those teams? Those big three: Sixers, Bucks, or Nets. Would you have the Jazz favorite to win? Obviously not the Bucks because you said you got them favorite to win it all. What about between the Nets and the?
I don't know. I have to think about it. I mean, I probably have them favored over Brooklyn.
Without Harden, or even with Harden.
Yeah, with or without him.
With or without Harden. Okay.
Yeah, with or without him, I think I have Utah over Brooklyn. If Embiid is playing for Philadelphia, then I probably have Philadelphia. But if not, then yeah, I obviously I have Utah over Philly. They got a matchup, man. We got a matchup
yeah
with them. Yeah.
Yeah, I like Rudy Gobert. I like his defense as long as he's healthy, and obviously as long as Donovan Mitchell can stay healthy, because that's a concern. Yeah, I like them easy through the West. Easy. Denver's going to give them a push, but without Jamal Murray, I think Denver's weighing on next year to really fight for a championship. One buck bets. Let's do this. Let's talk about this 76ers Hawks series, because without Embiid is going to be interesting. Obviously, with Embiid, I don't think the Hawks have any chance of winning this series at all. Without Embiid, I don't think they have a chance, but they'll win some games. How many games do you have the Sixers winning? Or do you even have them, I guess, without Embiid?
What, against the Hawks?
Yeah. You got them winning no matter what?
I'm not sure. I haven't watched them. I had to watch at least one game to see how they match up, but I don't remember watching them throughout the season. Without Embiid, yeah, I'd have them winning in 6 games without Embiid.
The 76ers winning in 6?
Yeah, maybe 7. Yeah, I had to see a first game. I don't know.
We'll hold off on that Warhead bet. Let's do tonight's game. Who do you got winning tonight? You said the Clippers. All right, I got the Clippers too. Would you take a 2-pack Warhead bet on Kawhi and Paul George going over 30?
Nah, I don't think that's happening.
All right, I'll take it. I'll take Kawhi and Paul George over 30 apiece tonight.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen.
Lock it in.
Unfortunately.
Anything else crazy you think coming out of this game? Any risk you're willing to take on this game?
Nah, nothing crazy, man. No, man, I think it should be a good game, man. I mean, I think Doncic is gonna ball. I think Doncic he'll have at least 35. He'll have 35 plus.
I think that's easy.
Huh?
Yeah. So I'm not gonna take you at 35 because.
Nah,
45,
man.
I might take you.
Right now. Nah, he ain't scoring 45. So if you want to take that, that's cool. I don't think he's gonna have no 45.
Not
tonight.
Not either.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Nothing comes to mind right now.
Yeah. I'm thinking about Timmy's threes, but I don't think he's going to catch it tonight.
Yeah, man. He might have like 4 or so. Might have like 4 threes.
Yeah. All
They're
right.
gonna have to take some.
Yeah, he's gonna have to take. Yeah, he's gonna have to be that scorer again. You know what? I feel good about I feel good about that, Paul George. I'll take you on a Porzingis bet because he hasn't showed up points wise this whole series, and I got Porzingis over 20 points. .points, 10 boards.
I'll take that. He's not doing that.
He's not doing that?
Nah, hell no.
All right. Let's say 1 pack of Warheads on that.
20 and 10.
20 and 10. Porzingis. I got him on it. Yeah. He got to show up for one game. You know what I'm saying?
Porzingis is done, man. He's too tall, man. He's too big.
I was hyped on him. I was hyped on him going to the Warriors mid-year, and they're like, "No, I'm not going to trade him." But I think they might legit consider it.
Nah, man. Yeah, I think Boris. I think he's just too big, man.
Yeah.
He can't sustain his size.
Yeah, I was watching him. Who stole? It was a steal. It was I don't know who it was, and he was chasing him down. And I remember in New York, Porzingis would have chased down, blocked that. Like he was athletic. I mean, he was an athletic guy. He just because of his injury, he was athletic. He would have chased down, blocked it. That man couldn't even catch up to him and jump to even try to block it. I was like, oh yeah. He just looks different. He looks like he's hurt.
Nah, yeah.
Well, he's not like hobbled, but like he's obviously hurt to where the fact that he can't put him up. All right, let's run through our second round predictions real quick and we'll wrap it up. You got the second round games up?
Nah, my laptop died, but I mean for the East you got Philly and Atlanta. You got Milwaukee and Brooklyn, and in the West you got Denver and Phoenix, and then Utah and whoever wins tonight.
So Philly, Atlanta. Philly in 5, no matter what.
I got Philly in 6. I think Atlanta will get 2 games.
Yeah. Well, both at home?
I think they'll get a road win too.
Okay.
I think they'll get a road win.
I'm gonna give Trey one game just because I think he can go off on one game, and the rest of his team will play well around him enough. But especially if Philly wins his first 2 at home and then takes game 1 or game 3 in Atlanta, yeah, Atlanta might pull that second one, that game 4 out, and then they'll go back to Philly and close it out. Milwaukee, Brooklyn, obviously they already played their first game last night. Brooklyn won. This one's tough, man.
I like Milwaukee.
Tell me yours first. Yeah, tell me yours first.
I like Milwaukee in 7.
No matter what.
Is that what?
No matter what. James Harden aside, health. You like him no matter what.
Yeah.
This one's tough. I like Milwaukee in 7. But I like Brooklyn in 7 if James Harden is healthy.
Yeah. No, I feel that, man. It's hard to bet against them, man. I mean, shit. They got Harden, Durant, and Irving. Hard to bet against them.
Yeah.
But I mean, between him being hurt or whatever, I mean, I don't know what's wrong with them.
It's hammy. It's not getting better. That's what it's that injury. It's not getting better. It's like
if Milwaukee is able to put up points, Brooklyn won't have a chance, man. I don't think they'll consistently play defense for 7 games.
And you think Milwaukee's going to turn that around? Yeah,
bro. They're not shooting 20% from 3 again.
No,
they're not doing that. They're not doing that. That was a one-time thing, I think.
But they may need to shoot closer to 40, 35 as a team.
They do, man. Milwaukee's one of the better 3-point shooting teams in the league.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? As long as they shoot fine. You know what I'm saying? They lost by 8 last night. I mean, obviously, I think it could have been a little bit more, but they only lost by 8, man. So I think they'll work out whatever it was. You know what I'm saying? I think it helped them being on the road too. You know what I'm saying? Because if they can get this next game in Brooklyn, I think it's gonna be tough for Brooklyn to get one in Milwaukee.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Same man. I feel like Atlanta might get game 1 on the road too.
Yeah, I gotta go look that up and see if Joel is playing. So I don't know, but now I like Brooklyn in 7. If Harden, that hammy is just bad though. I mean, because that's what kept him out at the end of the year, and he played the whole first round, no problem.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I mean, some stuff like that, like it's not unless miracles.
You never know.
It ain't gonna get stuff like that. Don't really get better, especially if it can just like act up like that to where you can't even step on the court. So I got Milwaukee in 7 with Harden hurt, Harden healthy, not just out there on the floor. Harden healthy. Hammy not bothering him, playing full minutes and stuff like that. I got Brooklyn in 7. Utah versus whoever, or Utah versus Clippers. Who you got?
I don't know yet, man. I mean, if they play Dallas, I got Utah for sure.
Okay,
but
Utah versus Dallas. How many games?
Utah probably beat them in Utah beat them in 6. I'll give Dallas 2 games.
Same. Utah versus Clippers.
Utah versus Clippers. I think I might give that to the Clippers. I don't know, man.
What? You said yeah, Utah going to the finals.
I do like them, yeah. Yeah, man. We're talking about situations that haven't came up yet. I don't know, man. You're talking about
none of these series have played out. I'm just saying, what do you need to see tonight? I guess from the Clippers that would make you put them as a favorite over Utah that you haven't seen this whole series.
I mean, if they kill Dallas, man. I mean,
if they kill Dallas,
I don't know, man. It's because it's about matchups. You get what I'm saying? It's easy.
So you don't like.
I mean, I could get on here. I could just pick a team. You know what I'm saying? For the sake of conversation, that I think is gonna win. But I mean, I don't know. It's matchups. You get what I'm saying? It depends the route they go. You know, obviously, if you know, Utah has an easier route than who I've seen. I'll take that back. No, they don't, because Lakers were hurt. Yeah, man. I don't know, man. If they play Dallas, I like Utah to win. If the Utah plays the Clippers, I like the Clippers to win.
Clippers in what?
7.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Okay. You just don't like that matchup for Utah against the Clippers. Either way, I got Utah in 6.
True.
Still keeping Clippers as my dark horse, because if they do beat the Jazz, I would have the Clippers going the rest of the way out of the West over Denver or Phoenix. Denver and Phoenix.
Tough one. I don't know. I have to go with Phoenix. I mean, Denver. Denver in 7.
7.
Yeah.
I don't want to copy everything because I feel like we're pretty much the same. Maybe we're playing it safe, but I do think these series
that's how you feel. That's how you feel.
a lot closer. No, I know, but I do think Chris Paul is like a huge piece to this Phoenix. Like Joel Embiid on Philly is huge, but it's not as huge in that series. I think to me, for it to make a difference in how fast the Sixers would beat Atlanta. But Chris Paul not healthy is going to make a big deal because he's just that scorer on the team for Phoenix. I got Denver in 6. Shoot, maybe faster if Chris Paul ain't scoring. Chris Paul can't score points, then it might be faster. But I'll go with Denver in 6. Lock him in.
Yeah, man. I have to disagree with that last part, but Chris Paul doesn't score a lot of points for Phoenix, anyways. Hasn't throughout the season. He never scored a lot of points.
What do you average?
Now for Philly, Embiid is their top scorer. Embiid is their top scorer. Nobody's even. Embiid probably scores 10 more points than the next person on the team. So
yeah.
If Embiid is not playing, Philly's in trouble. But the only person they have that can score really like that is Tobias Harris. Everybody else, you better hope they can score. You know what I'm saying? You better hope Steph Curry has a game like he did. This past game they had. Ben Simmons, I don't know, man. You better hope he could drive it to the lane 20 times, and score 20 points. Because Atlanta's going to put up points. They got Trae Young. They got John Collins. You know what I'm saying? They got a couple shooters, Hoyter. You know what I'm saying? They have people that can put up points. I mean, they're going to struggle versus Philly's defense. But if Philly doesn't have Embiid, I don't know, man. They're damn sure not beating Brooklyn. They're not going to be able to put up points, man.
Oh no, I wouldn't have Philly beating Brooklyn. I don't value anybody on the Hawks' scoring ability.
I feel you. Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah.
I think the Knicks, whatever
nice,
defense someone said the Knicks were playing, and it didn't look like they played defense to me.
Yeah, they had a bad series, but
Chris Paul averaged 16 this year.
Yeah. Embiid averaged like 30, 20, 28, something like that, 27.
Yeah. But I think Philly's defense will make up for points against the Hawks in particular. And I'm gonna take Tobias Harris, Steph Curry.
Maybe.
Philly's
gonna struggle down low. They're gonna struggle.
Guarding who?
Dwight Howard by himself, John Collins and Capella. Shit. You better go watch John Collins play.
I think Ben Simmons would shut John Collins down. I don't think John Collins scores more than 15 points a game, easy. Is he the second leading scorer on the team?
No.
He might not score more than 12. Ben Simmons will love. Ben Simmons, whoever. Yeah, no. I think John Collins disappears with Ben Simmons playing defense. Clint Capella is not an offensive player. Him and Dwight Howard cancel each other out. Then it's just, can Tobias Harris, Steph Curry score more points than Trae Young? Probably.
Yeah, man, we'll have to see, man. Sounds good. Yeah, I mean, I like it. It sounds good. We'll have to see, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to see.
All right, man. We might have put a little bit more content on there. I have to look at the time. Ran a little bit long. I just put like a little list of topics together. See how long each segment went, or whatever. Come up with like, oh, somebody's upset.
Someone knocked on the door.
Oh, really?
Gabby, you gonna get that? Yeah, man, my phone's about to die and stuff too.
I got this whole crazy setup out here. Yes, and I got this whole crazy setup out here. I got all my like extension cords and stuff like that, so I can bring.
Yeah.
Let's go. How was North Carolina, real quick?
Is that what?
How was North Carolina?